Good evening, everyone. Um, this video I'm making today is a kind of encouragement for the men. I'm not an expert on men's health, but from my research and from working with people and with a lot of things that's going on in the world, even with the pandemic and black people and everything, I just felt, a need to talk about all this. And I hope you will, find one or two things in what I'm going to discuss useful to make changes. Um, I, you know, I just want to celebrate the men this month being the Father's Day month, just to bring our attention to a lot of things that we might not be, paying attention to. So number one, when I look at a lot of people, I just think men in terms of health, the vulnerable. From what I've seen, from what I've seen with people, I've seen women come forth, reach out more, to talk about their health more than men. If you think I'm not right, you're allow your own opinion, but that's just my own side of things. That women, they talk more about what affects them, with their health more than men does. From my own experience with people, with with men around me, with boys even around me, I've seen that women tend to talk about their health more. They want to do something different to what they've been doing before. So that is why I just want to talk about few things today that I've written down, I've been researching, and I just want to speak to men. So older men, um, if you're, above age 40, it is very, 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 very important to be paying attention to your health. Even from age 30, slow down. I know we have to pay bills, we have to look after our family, but we need to take things easy. I know sometimes the pressure might be too much, and we just need to slow down. We need to slow down, and I pray that heaven will give us the resources that we have to take care of all those things that we have to take care of. I understand. So, number one thing I'm going to talk about with men is screening. Screening. Because we hear about women's breast screening, cervical something. I've never actually really hear about men's screening or prostate, or screening for prostate cancer, or screening for something. I've seen some, there's a guy that I know recently that had breast cancer, that is he was undergoing chemotherapy. He's a man that develop, things like that. We need to slow down. Pay attention to your body. You know, make sure screening is your number one thing. If you screen something early, like they do cervical screening for women, they do the smell test for women. I don't know what they do for men. I don't know what they do for men. Until maybe somebody says something is wrong with them. That's when, or they say they refer you to your doctor. Ask, whenever you go to your GP, ask for screening. I'm not a fan of, medication or something, but I encourage people to screen check yourself out, do stuff, check where your health is at, so that if you need to make lifestyle changes, you can make it straight away. So screening for, if you have a bit of weight on, go and check your body mass index. They call it BMI. Go and check what your body mass index is all about. It's one of the mark of health. It's one of the most important things you can do for your health. Check what your BMI is. It's a simple test that you can do. You can do it at the doctor, or I have something that I wrote down here. You check your weight, you write your weight down, and you divide your weight with your height in inches. You divide your age with your height in inches, and take that number and multiply it by 703, or use a BMI. If you buy like a scale, you can check there are a lot of scale now that have BMI, your body mass index. Is very, very important to be checking, so if if you're obese or something, you can work on it. If you do, let me repeat this again. To calculate your BMI, simple, you can do a simple test at home. You measure your weight, stand on your scale, write your weight down, divide your weight by your height, okay, in inches, your height in inches. If you don't know all this, you need to go and check it out. Know your weight, know your body weight. So you're going to divide your weight by your height in inches, then you will multiply it by 703, or just use a BMI calculator. You can get it on the weight, or even when you go to GP, ask them to do all these things for you. So if your BMI is 25 or greater, then you are considered overweight. If your BMI is 25 or greater, you're considered to be overweight. Unless you're a person that lifts weight, you have more muscle than body fat. So if you're somebody that lifts weight, that is understandable, because you look bulky. That means all the weight on you, the muscle weight, not fat weight. But if you're not somebody that lifts weight and your BMI is more than 25 or greater, you're considered overweight. So you need to look at that, and if you do it and you need any support, just reach out to me. I'm here to support people. I'm here just to give a hand. I don't want people to be sick or anything. So the second thing that I want to talk about is you need to check your cholesterol level. We've talked about checking your, the number one is screening to see if you're obese. Number 2 is for you to check your cholesterol level. Check your cholesterol level is called visceral fat. Visceral fat are very, very dangerous. They're the fat, it's not the fat on the layer of your skin. They're the one covering all your vital organs, like your liver, your heart. Those are visceral fat. Those are what is called cholesterol. Go and measure your cholesterol level. Make sure you check what your cholesterol level is. The doctor will tell you if I forgot what, I think it's between 2 to 5. If it's more than between 2 to 5, is a high one. So you need to look for ways to make sure that your cholesterol level drop. If it's between, I think it's between 2 and 5. If it's more than between 2 and 5, that is your high risk. Your high risk. You need to look for a way to screen. Go and screen. Go to your doctor. Check what your cholesterol level is. As a man over 40, If you know anybody over, that is 30 and over, make sure that they're checking their cholesterol level. It's called visceral fat. Those are the dangerous one that is covering all your vital organ. They're blocking them from working properly. Check your visceral fat. I'm talking to the men now. Please go and screen and check your visceral fat. Number one, we talk about BM, checking your body mass index. Please check it. I've said it. If you rewind the video and go back and listen to it over and over again. For those over 40, please make sure you know your number. You know your number, your visceral level. Make sure there's no too much fat covering your vital organ. Is very, very important. Please, very, very important. So the third one is book an appointment or get yourself, a blood pressure monitor. I know a lot of people do it and they check it every now and again. So the next one we're talking about now is your blood pressure. What is your blood pressure? What is your number? If your number is over 130/85, please make an appointment to see your doctor. I'm not a fan of saying on medication or something, because there's a lot to do when your blood pressure is high, because it stems from your cholesterol level, your visceral fat. When there are fats covering your vital organs, there is no way your blood pressure is not going to be high. So when your blood pressure is 130/85, if your blood pressure is 130/85, it's supposed to be 120/80. So if it's reaching out to 130/85, you need to look for changes. Lifestyle changes is very, very important. And if you're the kind that eats a lot of starchy food, you eat a lot of meat, because sometimes our digestive system doesn't have a teeth to chew meat inside our belly. You need to slow down on all these things. Please, I'm begging you. And number 3, after your blood pressure, you've checked your cholesterol, you've checked your blood pressure. If you know they're a bit high, a lifestyle changes need to come immediately. Don't wait until you're put on a blood pressure medication. Don't wait until you're put on the blood pressure medication. It's going to be for a lifetime. But if you make a lifestyle changes, little changes to your diet, it can, you will be surprised. You will be surprised. Please, the next one is if you're over 50, colon screening. Go and check your intestine. Go and check your colon. Go and check your stomach. Make sure there's nothing blocking anything. Make sure your food is digesting. Make sure your colon health is in great form. Make sure your colon health is your colon is everything. Make sure there's no blockage. Your colon is your stomach, is your intestine, is your digestive tract. Please make sure your colon is free at all times. A lot of people will say, oh, I poo 3 times a day. It doesn't matter how many times you defecating. What matters is how soft your poo is. It's not, oh, I poo 3 times a day. Are you doing before you poo, or they just come easy? What does your poo look like? Make sure your colon, if you're worried like, oh, maybe you always have stomach pain, you always have something going on in your stomach, make sure you go check out your stomach. Do some screening. Check your colon. A lot of people have colon cancer. When there is when there's cancer in the colon, it's very, very hard to heal. So your colon health is your number one, is number one thing for you to pay attention to. How is your colon? How is your digestive system? Please, that if you're if you have high cholesterol or you have high blood pressure, you should also, do your blood sugar regularly. Please, there's no point in eating something that is high in carbohydrates. Look for alternative to, to carbs. There's no point when you have high blood pressure, you have visceral fat, and you're still eating carbohydrates. Look for alternative, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I will support you to, to find alternative to those food you're eating at the moment. If you have high blood pressure, if you're diabetic, reach out to me. Check your number, check your blood sugar level. Know what your number is saying. If it's high, let us look for a lifestyle changes. Let us look at what you're eating and let us find alternative to it. Let us find alternative to what you're eating to get the numbers down. It's not about medication. It's not about medication. It's about the lifestyle changes that you put in place to put the numbers down. So the next one I'm going to talk about is your prostate. How is your balls? How do you check them every now and again and see if those two balls are not developing into other things? If you check your prostate every so often, check and make sure they're not double up in sizes. Check if there's still two there. If you find something else developing there, you need to go do screening. You need to go check it out. Please and please check your prostate health. Make sure there's nothing, because they always ask women to check their breast. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Check it. If you're sleeping, make sure you're touching your balls and making sure that the two balls are not developing into 3, 4, or make sure all the gels around it are not, just feel them. If you know you're worried, go check it out. They don't have to cut anything out. They just check it. There is a way they screen your prostate. Please take care of yourself. Older men, please don't be ashamed to talk about things that are affecting you. If you think you're having pain in your leg and that thing is not going for 2, 3, and you're worried, speak out. Let your wife know. If your wife is making changes at home because they want to live an alkaline lifestyle, we look for alternatives to all these things that we're eating. I know where I started from. It's not easy for an African man. Oh, don't eat eba, don't eat this. We are looking for alternative to them. I know it's hard for us to be eating meat, shaki, all these things, and somebody say, oh, don't eat cow. I know it is hard. But to be honest, most of these things doesn't digest in our colon. They get fermented. Some of them get rotten. They cause gassy. They create gas in your intestine. A lot of people's stomach has not been in rest for a very long time. Please let us make changes. The next I'm going to be doing this maybe today we're talking about how when men age, and when they get to certain age, how aging affects men. We're talking about their body shape, we're talking about their BMI, we're talking about the visceral fat, their weight. I'm not saying people should have 6-pack, but at least be comfortable in your own body. I'm not a fan for people lifting weight, 6-pack. I just want people to be healthy. I want you to be able to breathe, to be able to tie your own shoelace. That is what it's all about. Please. The last one I'm talking about is how age affects men. It's about feeling low about yourself. If you think you're feeling low, it's more than 2 weeks that you're not just feeling motivated to do anything. Maybe the bills are coming in. Just pause. Take it easy. If you have to call your bank or something to put some things on hold, do it for your own sanity, please. Depression affect anybody, affect people. It could be a reaction of something that we've eaten, because food has a tremendous impact on our gene, on our nervous system. It can affect us in so many ways. Please, if you if you're having no interest in doing stuff, maybe because of all these things going on everywhere, or racism, emotional distress, emotional thing, just pause, talk to somebody, learn to speak up. Somebody told me that the way they're creating men's shed now is for men to come together and talk. Men don't talk about things that affect them. They talk about how to make more money. They talk about business. They talk about, they talk about football. They don't really talk about themselves. They don't talk about bills to their friends. They talk about how to make more money, how to be a stronger man. It's very, very important for African men to know you can cry. If you feel like something is getting into you, look up and cry to God. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of crying to the Father that can take us. Please, man, learn to speak up. Oh, you're a man, you don't have to say that. You're a man, you don't have to you don't have to be weak. Learn to speak up. So all this topic, I'm going to be bringing it, and I'm going to be looking for feedback for people to share experiences with people. Please reach out. Reach out. Talk to me. I'm your sister. I've seen a lot of men, medical doctors, having prostate cancer, having colon cancer, having a lot of cancer, brain hemorrhage, or, please, men, speak up. We're your sisters. We, your wife, we're like your sisters. We're ready to listen. If we ask you for something, you don't have it, let us know. It's okay. It's okay to say no. It's okay not to be helpful. It's okay not to want to listen to other people. It's okay for you to be listened to. We want to listen to you, men. Please, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling, because most of the medication that people are even on, they cause depression, because they cause insulin resistance. When your liver is being, when your liver is full of toxic, it has a lot of things that is going on in your body. Your nervous system is being, is affected and everything. Learn to speak up, so we'll know a way to help you. Thank you so much. I'm doing this for the men, for the Father's Day, and for men on this group that you're not father yet. We love you. Your own time will come. You will be, you find a virtuous, you will find a virtuous woman. You find the rib that God has created for you. You will never have a wife that will be a thorn in your flesh. You will never have a woman that you will pray that, God, when can this be over? Wake me up, am I sleeping? That will not be your portion. For all the married men, we love you. Speak up. Talk to us. Let us know what you're doing. So today is about how aging affects men's health. We talk about, screening. You need to go out. They don't talk about men screening anything. They talk about women breast screening and everything. They talk about smear tests. How do men know what is going on in their body? That's mine. Go out and do screening. Go and do screening. Ask them that what area can I screen? How can I do screening? How can I book an appointment to have screening done? As a man, please, let us slow down. Let us watch our way. Don't let those belly be too much. We're not saying you should have 6-pack, but make sure your food that you're eating are digesting. Don't let your stomach build up and the food are not, going where they're supposed to go. I love you. I'm your sister. So the next topic will be coming soon. Bye, guys. If you listen to the video, you watch the video, let me know what you think. Contact me directly. If you can't contact me with phone call, give me a text message. I will be more than, I will be delighted to give you support. Thank you very much. This is your sister Tony for Total Wellness Divinely. Love you all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.